really tend to not read reviews. It's just not something I've ever done. For me, it's based on a feeling, and it's really what I learned from Michael early on. It's like when I toured with him, I know that no matter what anybody said around him, no, you can't do that. No, you can't have a guy fly off a stage in a jetpack. No, you can't. That's unreal.
That's so funny. We just talked about that with David Copperfield
today. Yeah.
About that very thing.
But it's that kind of perception of like, and Michael, and I thank, really thank him that I, was able to experience this, because it really did help me. It was fuel for creating a show about him, which is that you don't listen to negativity. You don't ever let no factor into your equation. You go for what you feel and know and believe is right. And so he instilled that in me because I watched him live that kind of lifestyle.
The one thing that I've read about Michael and I've heard people say is that he didn't really allow the financial limitations or the budgetary aspects of the planning to limit him. That if he had an idea, like flying off stage in the jetpack, that he went and did it.
Yes.
Did you have that kind of freedom, or were you limited financially by what you could do?
Well, we do have a budget. Cirque du Soleil, as they're producing the show, mounting the show, creators with me, they do have a budget perspective. But
how did you get around that?
I love that. Because you got to kind of, let's just say I just like to push. I like to push. I think we did good, though. I think in terms of we respected what the budget needed to be, but none of us ever wanted to create a show that was based on a number as much as respecting that we knew we had a number that would make sense for the show, but it was really about what would Michael have done. And we just wanted to accomplish that and carry on his legacy, because Michael was always pushing the envelope in terms of art or performance. So we really wanted to make sure that we did respect that.
Can you give me one or two examples of something in the show that Michael would have done? That Michael is looking down from heaven and he's smiling and saying, "Oh man, you guys did that. Crazy."
I think he'd really be proud of Thriller. It's one of my favorites in the show, and I want you to see it. I don't want to give it away, but I think
give it away.
No. I mean, tonight you'll see. But it's about taking what we know of the iconic visuals that are Thriller, and my job was to take it to a 2014, 15, 2027, if you will, version of what it could be. And with Cirque, that makes it a little bit easier because we have the capability to fly and moonwalk on walls and have ghouls really arrive from all around you as opposed to just dancing on stage.
How competitive was it for the young people that ended up getting selected to be in this show? And what does this do for their careers?
Well, I think they know, I think that all of our performers know the responsibility, as I do myself, that it is to carry on Michael's legacy in Michael Jackson 1, to perform for them every night on the stage in the spirit of Michael. I think they know the responsibility that it is.
But what about the opportunity that it poses?
I think they're excited about their future because this show is a success. People are coming to see it, and more importantly, they're coming and loving it, and they're spreading the word. So as a result, the artists are getting seen, and they're really the stars of the show now. Michael is the star, but they're the co-stars. So they're getting recognition for their artistry through Michael and his music. So I think for them, it's going to provide opportunities for their future. I just don't know if they're going to want to leave this show ever. So I think as long as people want to come see the show, they're going to want to stay in it because they love it.
Is there an end for the show, or right now?
When you stop buying tickets.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it could go on and on.
This is Michael Jackson 1's permanent home is here.
How many people auditioned? Did you hold?
We had castings really globally. I mean, we have in our cast, there's, we have Latin America is covered, we have Korea, we have Japan, we have China, we have Puerto Rico, we have from all over the United States. There are performers from all of, really globally. And that's the way that I believe that Michael would have wanted it. He also was, very inspired by performers from around the world. Certainly he used that as references in his own choreography and costume and styling and things that he would create. So, and then you go back to the song Black or White. That is a Michael message in the way of unifying and bringing people together from around the world who you wouldn't necessarily expect to be together. So our cast reflects that. To watch Michael Jackson go from so serious, hitting every move, just, serious face and in it being Michael Jackson, but then flip and just start telling jokes and being funny, and it's just so strange to watch.
That's not my objective in life, to break my neck to become a wealthy man in life. I have so many other obstacles I want to overcome as far as being a better husband, a better father, and more responsible in my whole everyday barometer.